what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And this week I'm driving this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. This is the all-wheel drive and the latest iteration of the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Now, looking at the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max, I think it's a decent looking SUV, nothing wrong with it. Nice color. This one finished in that blue, kind of very subtle and under the radar, not getting a lot of attention on you, which is cool. And you don't want too much attention on you in an SUV any which way. Now from the front you got LED headlamps with daytime running lights. You've got this nice kind of this diamond encrusted kind of grille. I think from the front it looks pretty nice. Moving around the side of the vehicle, this one's got 19-inch rims, and then you've got your roof rails have or can accommodate about 50 kgs of weight. And then in the rear, you've got this very nice light bar. It looks quite nice. It does light up quite nice. It looks quite nice. You've got quad tailpipes in the back, and you've got your rear spoiler. And I think either which way, any which way you look at it, this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max does look pretty neat, and you immediately notice it, but it's quite a big vehicle, right? If you look at it, it's quite big. It's got a lot of space inside as well, and plenty space in the rear. It is 7-seater, so you got 2 seats in the back. And to be quite honest, when I put those seats up, I was quite impressed in terms of the spacing. I really think maybe I won't be able to fit in there, but I think your young adults and stuff, young kids, and I'm talking about maybe like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids should easily be able to sit in the back of this in this 7-seater configuration. So again, you're getting a lot of value here. It is fully spec'd out. It's got everything you could possibly hope for, and that's what consumers are wanting. All in all, on the exterior, I think from a styling perspective, ticks a lot of boxes, got a lot of the things you're looking for, so nothing to really complain about in that regard. Now, coming onto the interior of the vehicle, you've got two 12.3-inch displays, and pretty much side by side, you've got your driver's cockpit, and then you've got your multimedia system, right? So got everything that you could possibly want, right? So on your driver's side, accessible through your steering, there is a couple of views, nothing crazy. It's mainly your trip information or your driving information. You've got your media information, you've got your navigation, and then adaptive cruise control settings, and then some basic vehicle settings. On the media side, you've obviously got your Apple CarPlay, you've got Android Auto, you've got navigation, you've got 360-degree camera. You've got a camera that's mounted onto basically your rearview mirror, and basically you can record what's going on in front of you. So I guess that's pretty cool, to keep up to date with what's going on the road. Maybe something's going on and you want to record it, you're getting pulled over by the police, etc. So that's pretty cool. And then you've obviously got your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and then you've also got your ambient lighting and all that stuff. So all of that is available in this vehicle as well. So from a specification point of view, it's got pretty much everything you could ask for, right? So however, the user experience is not as seamless as it is on some of the other more premium brands. So I have to say that, and that's the reality of it. It is pretty good, but certainly not as good as some of the competition out there. And I'm just purely talking about from the user experience point of view now, right? Not as seamless when you're clicking through. Sometimes delays when you're trying to access different menus. So they're not there yet, but I think in this, it's obviously going to get there, right? And I don't think that we should discount the Chinese and the what they can do and the build. And obviously from a technology point of view, we know they do great things, but I think there's still a little bit of work to be done on these models. So in addition to that, you've got electrically controlled front seats, driver and passenger. The passenger seat also has some of the controls on the outside of the seat, which I thought was pretty clever. Sometimes when you're sitting in the driver's seat, and like my daughter, she would pull the seat all the way to the front and then she'll jump off. So now I can just adjust the seat if I want without stretching all the way over to the other side to the controls. So that was pretty cool. And then you've got air conditioning, you've got rear air conditioning, you've got climate control for both passengers, you've got heated and cooled seats in the front, you've got air purification in this vehicle. So a lot of cool stuff, on the interior. You also got wireless charging. You got one type C and one type A in the front with 2 cup holders. And then you can also access your vehicle settings through the settings here at your gears. So you've got your auto hill assist, you've got your 360-degree cameras, and then you've also got your access to your navigation, and then you've got your vehicle settings access as well, from just below your gear lever. And then from a driver's mode perspective, you've got off-road, muddy, snow, sport, normal, and eco. As I mentioned, this one is all-wheel drive, so you do have some off-roading capabilities, but it's not a 4x4, right? So you do have some off-roading capabilities. I haven't put it through its paces, but all SUVs with all-wheel drive will have some ability to climb some curbs, go into some gravel road, dirt road, and even do some steep gradients, etc. This one also has hill descent control, so from that regard, you can pretty much make that happen as well. I have to admit, I'm really impressed with this Chery. At the price point they're coming in at, hard to ignore them, and I'm seeing more and more in them on the road these days. I think recently when I was driving this car, it was me in this Chery 8 Pro Max, and then there was Chery Tiggo 4, Tiggo 7, and we were all just like in a row, and it's pretty crazy that there's so much of these vehicles on the road already, showing you that consumers are taking a knock and they are looking for alternatives. So let's go to the rear seats. The rear seats also very spacious, very comfortable. You've got ISOFIX in the rear. You've got your cup holders in your armrest. You've got air conditioning vents, one type A and one type C in the back as well. So plenty charging ports here around the vehicle, and nothing to really be too concerned about. So you also get cup holders on the sides of your door in the rear. So under the bonnet, you've got a 2-liter turbo engine. It's mated to a 7-speed DCT transmission, and obviously all-wheel drive system, so 4-wheel drive. It develops 187 kilowatts and 390 newton meters of torque. Power is more than adequate, and I was able to get the vehicle going, easily overtake people. However, I noticed that the Chinese do like these 2-liter motors, across using them across various different models. And this motor, power is there, but I still feel like it's a little bit strained from time to time, this being a big vehicle, and I barely had a load in it, just the kids from time to time, so just a family of 4 most of the time. And even though the vehicle went fine and was able to overtake, etc., I did see that I had to put in a bit more effort to get it going, and obviously I'm seeing that in my fuel consumption, right? Right now I'm averaging at about 13 liters. So it is a little bit high for a 2-liter motor, and it would be nice to have a bit more variation from the motor perspective, or different engines. Obviously in the bigger vehicles, we are more gravitating towards diesel setups. I don't know whether that will come in these vehicles, but in a big vehicle, you want a diesel, to be quite honest. More than enough power, torque, economical. I think the vehicle does drive quite nicely. It's very comfortable on the road, minimal road noise, and all in all, quite an impressive drive for this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Obviously, this being the top derivative as well. yeah, I think it is quite impressive. So I'm on a little bit of dirt now, dirt road. I'm in the off-road setting, and it's very comfortable. I think they have kind of leveled up the road quite a bit, but I'm not even noticing that I'm on a dirt road, to be honest with you. It's just very comfortable. The ride on this vehicle has been very comfortable, and I think from a driving perspective, the SUV, it does really perform quite well. So in terms of the boot, it's quite a big boot. As I mentioned, this is a 7-seater configuration. So with all seats up, including the third row, you're getting about 117 liters. With the third row drop down, you're getting 739 liters. And you're also getting in the boot, you're getting a 12-volt charger, you're getting air conditioning for the third row of seats, including cup holders. And yeah, it's really impressive that these guys are offering all these features. I mean, 3 rows of seats with 3 rows of air conditioning, 3 rows of cup holders. It really is a great value for money in this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Now, one of the things I noticed in this vehicle is that there is no spare tire. I'm not seeing the spare tire. I've looked around, but I don't see it. The vehicle doesn't look like it's on run flats. And I mean, I can understand on this one, there's no spare tire because of space, and obviously with the third row of seats occupying the space of the spare tire. But I guess it is something to be cognizant of. I think in an SUV, you're traveling long distances, you can easily be going off-road, and again, I want that spare tire. So sorry guys, but the spare tires, I know I've been going on about this for a while on a couple of brands now, but the spare tire is an important thing. You're doing long distance travel with your family in the vehicle. If I get stuck somewhere, I don't care about waiting for on-call service. I want to fix my car and move along with my trip. All right, from a safety point of view, you've got a 5-star NCAP rating. You've got a host of airbags. You've got front and rear parking sensors. And you've also got your 360-degree camera. You've got ISOFIX. You've got all your driver assists, right? So you've got adaptive cruise control. You've got forward collision warning, and a host of safety features in this vehicle. And that 5-star NCAP rating is what I'm generally looking for. And I know when I see that, there's a lot of confidence and a lot of comfort. So in terms of pricing, you can get into this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max starting at 562,000 Rand for the 1.6 liter turbo executive. But if you want this top spec all-wheel drive derivative with the 2 liter motor, it's going to be setting you back 731,000 Rand. Now, I know it's not cheap per se, but when you look at what it's competing with, and the fact that all of these stuff is standard in this vehicle, whereas a lot of the other German brands, as well as most of the premium brands, are all selling a lot of these as optional extra, it starts to make a bit of sense. So in addition to that, the Chinese are offering an incredible warranties and service plans on these vehicles, and you're also getting a 7-year 90,000 kilometer service plan. You're getting 5 years unlimited roadside assistance, and then you're also getting a 5-year 150,000 kilometer warranty, and you get an engine warranty of 1 million kilometers in 10 years. So it's pretty difficult to argue with that, right? And I think this is where the Chinese are hooking the guys. Even though people have question marks, when you're offering a 1 million kilometer warranty, 5 years, roadside assistance, etc., it's giving the consumer that peace of mind, and people are willing to take the risk. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.